Hey everyone, Dr. Doe here, and in today's online video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to do the predator versus prey lab. And once again, of course, this is the way that I do it. Always follow the instructions given to you by your instructor in your lab manual. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. First thing is you're going to need your lab protocol worksheet, lab manual, or you're going to need the instructions, obviously. A small bowl that resembles the ecosystem. So I'm going to be using, just this cap that I got from a bottle. Another one here, you need 200 identical small objects. Again, each lab manual has a different count, and this one is 200. I've chosen these corn kernels, and each of these is going to resemble the prey. You need at least 1 teaspoon. In this lab, I have 1, and here's my teaspoon. Some other labs, they want you to use 50 or 100 or something like that. Each of those spoons represents 1 predator, but obviously in this lab we're smarter than that, so I'll show you how to work with that later. And of course you're going to need some writing utensils, colored pencils, and stuff to do the rest of the lab. Okay, so again, get your 200 small objects and put them in a secure container. You don't want these things to be all over the place on your table. I have mine in this nice cup. Okay, obviously I have more than 200 in here, and that's fine. Okay, but you don't want any less than 200. This will be the prey. You need your teaspoon. This will represent the predator. Again, I chose a teaspoon in this lab because the prey is very small. If you're using something like buttons or something much bigger, you might want to opt for a tablespoon. Grab your small bowl, which I have here, and find a clear and open table or floor to work on. So now the bowl is going to represent the ecosystem that the predator and the prey are going to live in. All right. So here's the rules of the game, if you want to call it that way. So at the beginning of each generation, you've got to have at least 10 prey in the ecosystem. Obviously, I've got nothing in here. Always you have to have at least 10 prey. Okay? And if you have if at the beginning of a generation you find that you have less than 10 prey, add until it gets to 10. The prey population must never go above 200. At that point, it's just astronomical. It's too difficult to manage, so we'll cap it off at 200. If you find out at the beginning of the generation that it goes above 200, cap it at 200. Don't go above that. Again, every lab has a different cap number. At least 1 predator must be in the ecosystem at all times. If at the beginning of a generation you find that you have less than 1 predator, migrate 1 in. Okay? And the predator population must never go above 20. In this example, 20. I think 20. I'm sorry, 25. I think in the lab manual is going to say 25. So again, check your lab manual. For my lab, I'm going to pick 25. So I'm going to change that to 25. Okay. 25. All right. Okay, the next rule here is at the end of 1 generation, the number of surviving prey that there are, they reproduce. And then so the total will double. So for example, if at the end of 1 generation you find that you have 7 prey left in the bowl, then therefore for the next run, the next generation that you start, you'll have now 14, because 7 plus doubling 7 will give you 14. Now, if 1 predator goes in for a bite, you do so with 1 quick scoop. So for example, if I have some prey in here, okay, you want to make sure it's nice and even. You don't go in and start looking for the prey and start scooping it like this, okay? So when you go in, make sure it's nice and even. Okay, even, close your eyes and go in for 1 boom, just like that, okay? And unfortunately for this scoop, I have 0, okay? So you have to record that down. But for example, if I close my eyes and I grab, say this, I have now 3, okay? I have 3. All right, so that's going to be the number of prey captured in this scoop. So that's going to be very important. You don't go in there and start you don't start and then start strategically trying to scoop it out like you're trying to finish up your cereal bowl. You want to make sure it's nice and evenly distributed, and then the prey goes in. Close your eyes for 1 quick scoop, and then boom, just like so. Okay? All right. And then for each separate scoop, if you've caught, so say for example, just for example, if I have 5, so now I've caught 5 in this one. That means that this predator survives, but it doesn't produce an offspring. Okay. Now, if you go in for a scoop here, say for example like this, and you have say 10 of them. Yeah, say that in another scoop you got 10. Well, that means that the first 5 this predator survives, and then because you ate another 5, then it produces 1 offspring. So therefore, you get a total of 2. And then if the spoon captures 15 prey, then a total of 3. The adult plus 2 more babies will go into the next generation. And then if you capture 20 in the spoon, that means that for the first 5, this guy survives. The spoon survives, and then you add 4 more babies to go into the next generation. And you'll see that run a little bit. Okay? And those are the rules. All right? So hopefully you got that down. You really need to get those rules down. All right, let's go ahead and run our simulation. You should have a piece of paper to record down your data. Okay, I have a chart here that my students are going to be using to record down their data. You should have your own. And of course, in every predator versus prey lab, there is this graph that you're going to need to start filling out. My lab, I'm going up to a total of 20 generations or 20 runs and a maximum population of 200 for the prey, obviously. And of course, predator in my lab, I'm capping it off at somewhere around 25. So it's like down here. So anyway, okay, let's do this. So step number, review the rules of the game. And of course, you're watching this online video. So again, you're pretty good. Now in the ecosystem, let's go ahead and get started. I've got an empty ecosystem and it says you want to start off with 10. So here I have my ecosystem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's grab some more. 8, 9, and 10. That's how many has to start in my ecosystem. Make sure evenly distributed around, okay? Okay, that looks pretty even to me. All right. Now we have our 10 prey. Then you grab your teaspoon. Again, we don't have any predators right now, so we're going to migrate in at the start of this lab. I've got here my one nasty predator. Okay, rawr, rawr. Okay, so we got my one nasty predator, and I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to go in for the kill. So here I go. 1, 2, 3, bam. Okay. So now, because I only had one predator, I only need to go in for 1 scoop. Okay, so here we go. So now I need to know how many go into the next generation. So in my table, right here, the number of predators that I start off with here is 1. And the number of prey I start off here is 10. Now the number of predators that survive, well, let me see here. Well, I've got, for the first run, okay, for the first run, here's for run number, sorry. Here is run number 1. And here is predator number 1. Okay, this is predator number 1. And in my run, predator number 1 only caught one, right? So therefore, because I needed 5 for this predator to survive, it doesn't survive. Okay, so it doesn't survive and no progeny. Okay, so I have my little symbols. You can use whatever you want. All right, so that means that none of the predators survives, and so none survives. I'm going to put a 0. It doesn't produce any progeny based upon our numbers. And now the number of prey that survive, well, I started off with 10, but I only got captured 1. Okay, based on my data earlier, I only captured 1. And then so therefore the number of prey that survive, I have 9 left in the ecosystem. Okay, so that means that for the next run, the number of predators I start off with, well, if none survived, so therefore I need to migrate 1 in. So I'm going to start off with 1 again. The number of prey that start this time, well, 9 survived last time, so therefore now I need to start off with 18, because 9, double that, gives you 18. All right, let's go ahead and do that. So I have 9 here in my ecosystem. I'm going to bring that back up to 18. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. That's it. Okay, took it from my bowl here. Now I've got 18. Okay. I'm doing my generation number 2 run now, 18. And now I have 1 predator, so that means I only get 1 scoop. Okay, so here I go. Second generation is run this. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, wow. Now now this predator caught 2. All right. Okay. So let's go back here to our chart. So now I'm going into my second generation, second run, and that 1 predator here caught only 2. There we go. Caught only 2. So therefore, mama predator doesn't survive and doesn't produce any offspring. Okay? Set that aside. So no predators survive, and the number of progeny that it produces is none. And then how many do I have left? Well, I had 18 to start with, and 2 of them got captured, so now I have 16 left. So I need to double that to 30. So I have 16 that survive. So that means at the beginning of the 3rd generation, again, no predators survive, so I must always have 1. Bring that back up to 1. And then now, from 16, I got to double that. So now we have 32. Okay? All right. So let's make it 32. So here we go. I've got 16 in here. So here we go. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. There we go. We've got 32 now in this bowl. Distribute them out evenly. Let's run our generation 3. Okay. My chart says here I've got 1 predator at the beginning of the 3rd generation, so 1 scoop only. Still. Close my eyes, and now I take a scoop. Oh, whoa. Look at this, guys. Okay. Let's go back in here. Now we start our 3rd generation. Here's our number 3. And in this 3rd generation, how many did this predator number 1 capture? Here we go. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means that this spoon survives, and because it captured an extra 5 more, then now we have 1 progeny. So mama survives, and 1 baby is produced. So now I have 2 predators. All right, let's do this. So in our chart, predators that survive, adult predators is 1. The number of progeny it produced, the babies, is 1. And then now the number of prey that survive. Well, let's see. Earlier in our chart, it caught 10. And I started with 32, and now I lost 10. So therefore, at the end, I have 22 surviving. That means that at the start of the 4th generation, I've got 2 predators that start, and then the number of prey that start here, well, 22, and double that gives me 44. All right, let's make it happen. Okay, here we go. So I got to get 22 in there. So I have 22 in here already. So here we go, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay, I had some. Don't need it. I got 44 in here now. Okay? All right, let's do this next run. 2 predators means 2 scoops this time. 44 in my ecosystem. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay, distribute it out evenly. Okay, scoop number 1. Scoop number 1. Uh-oh. Here we go. Scoop number 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and here's generation number 4. Here's scoop number 1. I'm going to put it here. That's predator number 1. And then now I'm going to go in again. Okay. Evenly distribute it and close my eyes. Bam. Here we go. Okay. Here's scoop number 2. Put it here in another pile. There it is. All right. So now let's do the calculations here. How many prey? Well, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 prey here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Okay? 13 and 7. So that means that it caught 13. So obviously for the first 5, mama survives. Next 5 up to 10, 1 baby. But because it's not 15, only 13, it doesn't produce a second baby. So therefore we keep these 2, mama and kid, progeny. Now let's talk about the second mama over here. So the second mama here, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so again, the first 5, mama survives. But because it didn't reach the next 5, the 10, so therefore it does not produce any offspring. Only mama survives. Okay, so that means that for this table, in generation number 4, the number of predators that survive here, adults, we had 2 mamas that survived, so I'm going to put that number 2 there. And then the number of babies it produced, well, 1 right over here. 1 baby was produced. I'm going to put that in my chart. And now the number of prey that survive. Well, how many were captured? 13 plus 7 is 20. So therefore 20 were captured and are out. Okay, 20 were captured. I started off with 44 and then 20 were taken out. So 44 minus 20, now we have 24 left in here. Okay? That means that the number of predators that start in generation number 5 here is 2 plus 1, that's 3. And then the number of prey that start, well, I ended with 24 in the last generation, so I need to double that to 48. Okay, so get 24 and double that is 48, right? Okay. Let's do this one more time. So now here I have my 48. I have a 24 in here, so I need to add another 24 more. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay. 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42. Okay, 42 here, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Now I've got 48 in my population. All right, 48 in here. I've got 3 scoops coming up, 48 in my ecosystem. Let's do this. Okay, I've got my paper ready. Here's the first scoop. Okay, oops, sorry guys. You have to keep your eyes closed when doing this one, right? Evenly distribute. Here we go. 1. Okay, there's mama 1. Okay, I'm going to put that on my paper. Okay, I'm going to put that on my paper here. Let's move this over. Here we go. Okay, here. Let's do this. Here's 1. Mama 1. Mama number 2. Here's mama number 2. And then predator mama number 3. Let's do it. Oh, here we go. Bam. Let's do it. So now here's generation number 5. All right, so mama predator number 1, 8, or captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mama predator number 2 captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And mama predator number 3 here captured 6. Interesting number. All right, so does mama survive here? Yes, because the first 5 go to mama. So mama survives, but it didn't hit 10. So therefore, no babies are produced. Mama number 2 here, well, she ate 7. So therefore, mama survives because of the first 5. But then didn't reach the 10, so no babies produced here. And mama number 3 here, well, mama survives because it ate at least 5. So that goes. But then we didn't get to 10, so no progeny. So therefore, 3 adults survive. No babies are produced for the predator. Okay? So let's go back to our chart. 3 mamas survive, no babies produced, and the number of prey surviving well. We, based upon our count here, it was 8 prey were captured plus 7 plus 6. So 8 plus 7 is 15 plus 6 is 21. Okay, so 21 prey were captured or eaten. So the number of surviving is whatever 48 minus 21 is. 48 minus 21. That must be 27. 48 minus 21 is 27. Check with your calculator. Right, so therefore for the 6th generation, and I'm not going to do any more, 6th generation here, the number of predators survive, we still have 3. The number of prey that we start with, well, 27 we ended up with, so therefore we double that, that's 54. And then you keep repeating these steps over and over again until you get to the maximum number of generations. Okay? All right. That is the end of that part of the demo. Next up, your instructor might ask you to do a chart, predator versus prey chart. So now here I have a chart. Hopefully you can see that maybe. I'm going to start here at the bottom. Maybe I'll zoom in and you can see it. Here we go. Okay. So according to our data table, you need to graph the starting. You should be graphing the starting population, this data right here. Okay. This one. You should be graphing the start, however many you have. So we already have our first data point here. I'm going to use the red pen for predator, and I'm going to use the pencil for prey. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that in my diagram. You should have this legend somewhere. So this dot here will represent the predator, and then the pencil mark here will represent the prey. This is the legend. Okay. There we go. So at the beginning, we started off with 1 predator. So we have here at number 1. There it is. And then 10 prey. That's at the beginning of generation number 1. Awesome. We already have that plotted. Now, generation number 2, predator is 1, and number of prey is 18. Let's do that. So generation 2, predator is 1. Okay. But then we have 18 prey. There we go. Somewhere on there. Generation number 3, we have here 1 predator, 32 prey. So we're still here at 1 predator, but now we have 32 prey. So this is the 30 mark here, halfway 30 and 32, somewhere around here. Generation number 4. Okay, let's look at 4. 2 predators, 44 prey. So 2 predator here, somewhere around there, and 44 prey, somewhere around there. Okay. And then number 5 here is 3 to 48. So we are still 3. And then it goes up to 48, somewhere up here. Maybe, somewhere around there. And then generation number 6, we have 3 to 54. So it stays at 3, and it goes up here to 54. Okay. Obviously, for your lab, you need to do a complete chart. You have to go all the way down to the end of 20 generations. But this should be pretty good. We're going to stop at my demo. I'm going to stop at 6. You need to finish the rest. So you need to get a line. You need to connect the dots. Okay, and you pretty much have to keep going wherever your lab manual or wherever you're supposed to stop. And then right here, we keep going. Connect those lines here. Obviously, like I said, I've only done 6. You need to do the rest. And then, of course, answer the rest of the questions. You should see a fluctuation in predator and prey. At least that's what we're supposed to be seeing. If at the end of 20 generations you don't see that, maybe run another 20 and then try to graph it straight down to 40. Obviously, the lab is only going to cut you off at a certain number, but just for your own educational benefit, try to extend it onto 40 and see what you get. Okay? And look at your biology textbook to see the predator and prey relationship. It's supposed to kind of fluctuate up and down, up and down. All right. Okay, so I hope that you found this online tutorial helpful for you. If you have any questions, if you're in my class, obviously you know how to contact me. Please make sure to contact me the way that I've instructed in the syllabus. Other than that, I hope you found this helpful. And yeah, this is it. This is Predator versus Prey lab demo. Hope you found this helpful. Thank you very much. Signing out.